Did David do what the Lord really wanted to atone for the atrocity committed against the Gibeonites? Or did God bless the land despite David's inadequacy? Let's look at 2 Samuel 21. Why was there a famine? Had Saul violated a peace treaty with the Gibeonites that Joshua had made? Were others in Saul's house also guilty of this atrocity? Did David pray about this action or just rush in without prayer? Now there was a famine in the days of David for 3 years, year after year. And David sought the face of the Lord. And the Lord said, "There's blood guilt on Saul and on his house, because he put the Gibeonites to death." So the king called the Gibeonites and spoke to them. Now the Gibeonites were not of the people of Israel, but of the remnant of the Amorites. Although the people of Israel had sworn to spare them, Saul had sought to strike them down in his zeal for the people of Israel and Judah. And David said to the Gibeonites, "What shall I do for you? And how shall I make atonement, that you may bless the heritage of the Lord?" The Gibeonites said to him, "It's not a matter of silver or gold between us, and Saul or his house. Neither is it for us to put any man to death in Israel." And he said, "What do you say that I shall do for you?" They said to the king, "The man who consumed us and planned to destroy us, so that we should have no place in all the territory of Israel, let 7 of his sons be given to us, so that we may hang them before the Lord at Gibeah of Saul, the chosen of the Lord." And the king said, "I'll give them." Were the 7 executed among the guilty? Does sin affect whole communities? How is Jesus' death a more perfect justice for sin? David spared Mephibosheth, the son of Saul's son Jonathan, because of the oath of the Lord that was between David and Jonathan, Saul's son. But the king took Armoni and Mephibosheth, who were the 2 sons whom Rizpah, daughter of Aiah, had borne to Saul, and the 5 sons whom Merab, daughter of Saul, had borne to Adriel, son of Barzillai, the Maholathite, and handed them over to the Gibeonites. They hanged them on the hill in the presence of the Lord. The 7 of them died together. They were executed in the first days of the harvest, at the beginning of the barley harvest. Did God want David's specific actions, or were they actually against God's law? Did God answer the people's prayers, despite David's questionable solution? What did David do after noticing Rizpah's care for her deceased sons? Then Aiah's daughter Rizpah grabbed some sackcloth and spread it out for herself on the rock where her children had been hanged, from the beginning of harvest until the first rain fell from the sky. She would not allow any scavenger birds to land on them during the day, nor the beasts of the field to approach them at night. When David was informed what Rizpah, the daughter of Saul's mistress, had done, David had Saul's bones and the bones of his son Jonathan removed from the custody of certain men from Jabesh Gilead, who had stolen them from the public square in Beth-shan, where the Philistines had hanged them. That is, back on the day when the Philistines had killed Saul on Mount Gilboa. He brought the bones of Saul and his son Jonathan from there, along with the bones of those who had been hanged. And they buried Saul's bones and his son Jonathan's bones in the territory of Benjamin in Zelah, in the tomb of Saul's father Kish. After they'd done everything that the king commanded, God responded to prayers for the land. Did Israel again battle with the Philistines and a giant? Because of his age, was David told to stay home? Moreover, the Philistines had yet war again with Israel, and David went down and his servants with him, and fought against the Philistines. And David waxed faint, and Ishbibenob, which was of the sons of the giant, the weight of whose spear weighed 300 shekels of brass in weight, he being girded with a new sword, thought to have slain David. But Abishai, the son of Zeruiah, succored him, and smote the Philistine, and killed him. Then the men of David swore to him, saying, You shall go no more out with us to battle, that you quench not the light of Israel. Did Israel have 3 more battles against the Philistines that included giants? Did others follow David's faith and also become giant slayers? Now it happened afterwards that there was war again with the Philistines at Gob. Then Sibbecai the Hushathite struck down Zaph, who was among those born to the giants. There was war with the Philistines again at Gob, and Elhanan, the son of Jaar-oregim, the Bethlehemite, struck down Goliath the Gittite, the shaft of whose spear was like a weaver's beam. Then there was war at Gath again, and there was a man of great stature who had 6 fingers on each hand, and 6 toes on each foot, 24 in number. And he also had been born to the giants. As he approached Israel, so Jonathan the son of Shimei, David's brother, struck him down. These 4 were born to the giants in Gath, and they fell by the hand of David and by the hand of his servants. Is Old Testament history always a prescription for us to do likewise, or a description of both righteous and unrighteous acts? Were any of the patriarchs and matriarchs completely adequate in their faith? Are we? How is the Old Covenant transformed in the New? Such is the confidence we have toward God through Christ. Not that we're adequate in ourselves, so as to consider anything as having come from ourselves, but our adequacy is from God, who also made us adequate as servants of a new covenant, not of the letter, but of the Spirit. For the letter kills, but the Spirit gives life. Did David do what the Lord really wanted, to atone for the atrocity committed against the Gibeonites? Or did God bless the land despite David's inadequacy? You decide.